G'day, Aussie Bonsai Bloke here, how you going? Today I'm here to talk about my bottle brush that I got. Probably got it about, I'd say a year ago, nearly a year ago actually. And it was in fairly poor health, so this last summer I've concentrated on getting the health back. The problem is that I had the sun on this side and the back of it was against the wall. So since I've had it, I've kept all this tight, kept pinching it back so this wouldn't grow so much, and then growing the back. So I'll spin it around and show the back, and you can see all these new growth here. This here was almost dead, just thin, spindly stuff. Nearly dead, so it's put on a lot of growth at the back here, which is good because it was like bald back here. There was nothing, hardly at all. So yeah, so I think the health has got a lot better, and as you can see, it's filled out a lot. But one of the problems I got now is where I've pinched it. Some spots now have up to 5 little twigs and branches coming out because I've just been pinching. So now I'm going to go in and cut it back. Bring the whole tree back a bit, get rid of some of those spots with 5 branches. Some I'll cut completely off, some maybe take it back to 2, and yeah, I'll go through and do all that. And the back of the tree I plan to just carefully trim it back to the outline of the tree, back to silhouette, but I still won't take that back too hard because that's still got a ways to go to really thicken up like the front. Yeah, so I'll get to that. And yeah, this is an Australian native, by the way, the bottle brush, also known as a callistoman, although I think now they've cancelled the callistoman family and it's in the Melaleuca family, so who knows. But so I think you know it as a Melaleuca now, maybe. Yeah, but bottle brush, common name anyway. I'll put a photo up in the link later to show what it's like in flower, because I had it flower for me this spring as well. There's also talk that if you cut back the bottle brush too late, which is now because we're in June, there's talk that if you cut it back before, well, really you have to cut it back by early April, otherwise you won't get the good flowers in spring. Not entirely sure as to whether that's true because the bottle brush flowers on new shoots and new growth. And both the flower buds and the leaves form in that new growth, so I guess we'll see what happens, but I don't really have a choice, and it has been burnt back by the frost anyway, so yeah, I'll trim it back and work on it, and yeah, we'll go from there. I'll just do a spin of the tree. So hopefully this work that I do today will also allow a bit more light in the middle. Being an evergreen, you want to get a bit more light in the middle sometimes, otherwise it's going to die out and get spindly. There's already a few spindly branches in here, probably hard to see. So when I cut it back, that'll give it a chance to even the whole growth out, and hopefully some of the thinner branches then will even up to the fatter branches that have overpowered them a bit. Yeah, I'll just give you a bit of a close-up of what I mean with the up to, you know, 5 branches coming from one spot. So I'll see if I can do that. Like there, you can see, you can probably see 4 there, I think. So yeah, I'll go in and clean all that out and trim the back, and then I'll get back to you. I'll show you also. You might be able to tell this one here, that's been burnt by the frost. It's all a little bit crispy and burnt back, but yeah, I'll cut all that off and thin it out a bit and see how we go from there. Okay, I've now gone through and finished cleaning it out. Once I hedge pruned to get rid of most of it, I then went through the whole tree, getting rid of all the knuckles, all the spots where there's 3 branches or more, and put them all back to 2, so they'll fork 2 to 4 to 8. Most of what I can see, there was a fair bit, so as you agree, it's fairly thinned out. There's a fair pile there. Fair pile, probably lost half the tree's foliage, I reckon. Not too worried though, they're pretty strong, it'll grow back, and yeah, a lot more light getting in there now, so it should even out all the branches. I didn't really have to wire anything, that's all pretty good. Yeah, pretty happy with it. And just thought I'd show you one of the branches that forks out. As you can see, that forks from 2 out to 4, and then on the other side it also forks out. So you end up with about 7 branches on the end there, and there's no 3 branches in any one spot, so that stops it from getting a big knuckle later. Another thing I've done is tried to chop off any of the fat branches which are near the outside of the tree, and just opted for the thin ones, because once you get to the outside of the tree, the idea is you want really thin twigs. You don't want any fat branches. There's a few spots where I couldn't do that properly, but hopefully something else will grow soon and I can. Just give you a bit more of a close-up of the root base. And up into the tree. Some nice old bark on there. We'll just do a spin of the tree. No worries. Thanks for watching. Look forward to the next video I make. Happy bonsaiing.